Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a little intro video I'm doing for our Composition 2 class we're going to do this summer. Summertime for Comp 2 is a high-stress situation, excuse me, because we have a lot of writing to do, 2 major assignments, some smaller assignments, but we've got to do it in an 8-week period, and that is sometimes no fun. Basically, what you're going to be doing your major assignments, you're going to be doing an annotated bibliography. Most of you probably have never heard that term, but it'll be fully explained to you. We'll do an annotated bibliography, which involves 5 of the sources you're going to be possibly using for your research paper. Then you will be writing a 7-page research paper. The 7 pages does not include the works cited page, or pages, which will come at the end of that paper. So you're going to be, and that paper is going to have 7 references total required. So there is a difference between the required number of references. For the annotated bibliography, it's 5. For the research paper, it's 7. I don't know, for those of you who have had me for Comp 1, some of this is going to be familiar. For those of you who have never had me for Comp 1, I want to tell you a few things about what I expect out of the papers. We write academically, we write formally, so we don't use contractions, we don't use first-person address. And by contractions, I mean we say do not instead of don't. We say cannot instead of can't. We eliminate contractions completely in our writing in Comp 2. We will have no first person, no second person address in our papers. In other words, you won't say I, you will not say we, you won't say our, us. And we won't have second person address. You won't say you, you won't say your, yours. You're not going to bring your reader into the paper. This is totally a third person paper. Don't worry about this too much in your first draft. In your drafting, just write the way that you normally talk. Get something on paper. You can clean it up with proofreading. One of the things about good writing is it doesn't come naturally to anybody. Nobody sits down and writes perfectly from scratch. I don't care if you're the most famous of authors, if you are a professor with 6 PhDs, you have to proofread, you have to edit, you have to make corrections, because we do write the way that we talk, and we don't talk with the most perfect of grammar. I know I don't. I'll give more detailed instructions about the paper in text. I just wanted to kind of touch base with you on that. I'm going to go through the syllabus quickly. You're going to also read this. You're going to be quizzed on the syllabus. It's not a high-stakes quiz, but you are going to have to verify that you read it and that you understand it. There is no textbook for this course. Keep that in mind. I've got all of the information that we need, all of the content that we need on our Blackboard page here. I'm going to expect you to be responsible for reading all of that or looking at all the videos I have linked on there. We're learning to write a research paper. That's the purpose of Comp 2. When you walk away from here, that's what I expect you to be able to do. And we're going to write a paper in which we take a stand on something. Sometimes it's called an argumentative paper, sometimes it's called a persuasive paper, but really we're just taking a position on something and backing up the position. Let me run down through the different assignments here. You're going to have the 1 research paper of 7 pages. You're going to have the annotated bibliography. You're going to have 2 terms assignments. You're going to have a presentation you're going to make to the class. It's an electronic thing. It's not hard at all. You're going to make that in the discussion forum, and it's actually much easier than it sounds. Let's see. You're going to participate in the discussion board weekly. This is important that you do this. It's where I'll talk about the papers, talk about the assignments. You're going to be talking with one another about these things. You're going to be comparing notes, helping each other out. You have to post minimum 3 times a week in the discussion board. You have to post at least once by every Thursday midnight, and then you have to post at least once, but for a total of 3 times per week by every midnight Monday. So if that sounds confusing, you're posting 3 times a week, but you can't load it up all at the end of the week being the midnight Monday. You've got to post at least once before Thursday and then have at least a couple more between Thursday and Monday. Now if you have 2 posts by Thursday, then you only have to have 1 post between Thursday and Monday. If that is confusing, then send me an email, give me a call, and I'll try to explain it a little bit better. We've got 1,000 points total. You're going to have an APA exercise and a Chicago exercise at the end of the semester. It's a very simple thing. Each of those 2 exercises count 40 points apiece. But we're going to write our paper in MLA because that's the type of style for writing in the humanities. First draft of that essay is going to be 40 points. Your discussions total for the semester is going to be 210 points. That's 30 points a week, or 30 points of discussion. We've got 8 weeks, but we won't have a discussion that final week. The final draft of the MLA essay is worth 300 points. The annotated bibliography first draft's worth 50. The final draft is worth 150. The terms assignments will be 2 at 35 apiece for a total of 70. Your class presentation is 50 points. We're going to have a syllabus quiz. That's 25 points. And you get 25 points for picking a topic on time. The attendance policy is really handled through the discussion boards. If you're engaged in the class and participating, attendance is not a problem. I know attendance doesn't really fit with online, but we just replace the word attendance with participation. Let's treat each other courteously in these discussions. I've never had a problem with that, but I always have to mention it. The tentative schedule, you'll notice that the due dates are in bold. And look through that. It's possible that I've got a typo in it, or that you find something in there that doesn't make any sense. I've looked through it, but our eyes sometimes plays tricks on us when it's our work. So if I've goofed on something, let me know. I'm not embarrassed about that, and I'll fix it. Let's communicate. I look forward to this class. My online Comp 2 this past spring, we had a great time, a lot of active participation, and everybody seemed to enjoy it well. Let's have a great summer.